What if I told you that a 5'8" Japanese point guard who went undrafted just 2 years ago could be the key to Chicago landing Nikola Jokic or Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2027? There's a strategic shift happening in the NBA, and the Chicago Bulls are positioning themselves to capitalize on it. That player is Yuki Kawamura, and he's not just the shortest player in the NBA. He's potentially the culture-setting piece that transforms Chicago from a rebuilding team into a free agent destination that superstars want to join. We've seen this blueprint work before. In 2011, a 5'10" Puerto Rican guard named JJ Barea helped create the culture and chemistry that made Dallas attractive to elite players. Barea wasn't the superstar, but his impact on team culture was the foundation that made everything else possible. Yuki Kawamura is positioned to do the same thing in Chicago, and the Bulls' young core is perfectly built to become one of the most exciting teams in the league while building toward 2027's historic free agency class. The summer of 2027 represents the most significant free agency period in recent NBA history. Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and potentially a dozen other all-star caliber players could hit the market simultaneously. Teams like the Lakers, Warriors, and Heat are already making roster decisions with 2027 in mind. They're preserving cap space, avoiding long-term commitments, and positioning themselves to pursue these superstars. However, these franchises face challenges with aging cores and expensive contracts. Chicago is taking a different approach. Instead of chasing short-term fixes, they're building a foundation that could be attractive to superstars, a young, developing core with significant upside and financial flexibility. Kawamura becomes important in this context because modern superstars evaluate more than just talent when choosing destinations. They want organizational culture, player development, and an environment that maximizes their championship window. The 2011 Dallas Mavericks provide the clearest example of how role players can establish championship culture. JJ Barea's impact extended beyond his 8.8 points per game in the finals. His energy, competitiveness, and fearless approach against Miami's Big Three created a team identity that influenced every player on the roster. The Heat struggled to contain his pace and unpredictability, with Dwayne Wade later acknowledging they didn't have an answer for Barea. That championship run changed Dallas's reputation league-wide. The organization became known for maximizing player potential, creating winning culture, and developing role players into impact contributors. Kawamura can establish similar credibility for Chicago. At 5'8", he faces skepticism nightly, but his response to that adversity sets the tone for the organization. His work ethic and competitive approach influence younger players like Matas Buzelis and Josh Giddey. When 2027 arrives and superstars evaluate potential destinations, they'll remember Chicago as an organization that develops talent and competes regardless of expectations. To understand Kawamura's potential impact, we need to examine how the shortest players in NBA history succeeded and what lessons apply to his situation. Muggsy Bogues at 5'3" remains the gold standard for undersized NBA success. Over 14 seasons, Bogues became the Charlotte Hornets' all-time leader in assists and steals while serving as a starting point guard. His career demonstrates that elite passing vision and defensive instincts can overcome significant size disadvantages. What made Bogues special was his ability to see the floor like a coach, directing traffic and making every teammate better through his court awareness. Earl Boykins, standing 5'5", carved out a 13-season career despite going undrafted. His incredible strength and free throw shooting ability, 93.4% career, made him valuable in crucial moments. Boykins proved that specialized skills and relentless work ethic could sustain a long NBA career. His path mirrors Kawamura's in many ways. Both players had to grind through unconventional routes, proving themselves at every level before earning NBA opportunities. Spud Webb at 5'6" won the 1986 Slam Dunk Contest and played 12 seasons while averaging 9.9 points and 5.3 assists. Webb's athleticism and fearless approach made him effective despite his size limitations. His championship with the Sacramento Kings as a starter proved that undersized guards could contribute to winning basketball at the highest level. The common thread among these players was their ability to impact winning beyond traditional statistics. They understood their roles, maximized their strengths, and created value through intangibles that don't always show up in box scores. Each player also possessed exceptional basketball IQ, using intelligence and preparation to overcome physical disadvantages. Kawamura's trajectory combines elements from all three legends. Like Bogues, he possesses elite passing vision and court awareness. His 7.6 assists per game at the FIBA World Cup demonstrates playmaking ability that translates to NBA success. Like Boykins, Kawamura entered the league through an unconventional path, requiring persistence and proving himself at every level. Like Webb, he plays with fearlessness that allows him to compete against much larger opponents. However, Kawamura has advantages his predecessors lacked. The modern NBA's emphasis on spacing and three-point shooting suits his skill set perfectly. His ability to shoot efficiently from deep, demonstrated by his 41% three-point shooting in Summer League, provides value that wasn't as crucial in previous eras. The league's evolution toward pace and space offense creates more opportunities for players with his skill set to impact games positively. Most importantly, Kawamura's international success gives him credibility that other undersized players had to earn gradually. His performance against NBA talent in international competition, including his 29-point game against France featuring Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert, proves he can compete at the highest level. The Bulls have assembled complementary pieces around their developing core. Matas Buzelis projects as Chicago's primary scoring option by 2027. At 6'10", with shooting range and shot creation ability, he provides the go-to scoring that championship teams require. His development trajectory suggests all-star potential within the next 3 seasons. Josh Giddey brings versatility at 6'8", with elite court vision and playmaking ability. His skill set complements Kawamura's pace and creates multiple offensive initiators. Giddey's ability to rebound, defend multiple positions, and facilitate offense provides the well-rounded impact that superstars value in teammates. Kobe White has developed into a reliable scoring threat, particularly from three-point range. His ability to create offense independently gives Chicago another dimension and spacing that modern offenses require. This core offers significant room for growth. By 2027, Buzelis could be an established all-star, Giddey could rank among the league's top playmakers, and White could provide elite bench scoring. That supporting cast would appeal to any superstar evaluating championship potential. Billy Donovan's experience developing young talent and managing superstars provides Chicago with coaching stability that matters in free agency recruitment. Donovan's track record in Oklahoma City demonstrates his ability to maximize young players while creating systems that highlight their strengths. His offensive philosophy emphasizes ball movement and pace, which suits Kawamura's skill set perfectly. More importantly, Donovan has experience coaching elite players like Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. He understands how to manage personalities, balance roles, and create environments where stars can thrive. This experience becomes valuable when recruiting superstars who want assurance about coaching quality and system fit. Donovan's player development approach also benefits the current roster. His ability to help players understand their roles and maximize their potential creates the foundation for sustained success. This Bulls team will generate significant viewer interest due to their style of play and player personalities. Kawamura's speed and creativity, combined with Giddey's court vision and Buzelis' scoring ability, creates an entertaining product. They'll play with pace, take calculated risks, and make highlight-worthy plays consistently. This entertainment factor matters for Chicago's long-term goals. Superstars want to join organizations that generate excitement and positive attention. When players see Chicago creating buzz and playing engaging basketball, it enhances the franchise's appeal. The team's improvement trajectory also creates compelling storylines. Kawamura's adaptation to NBA play, Buzelis's development into a primary scorer, and Giddey's evolution as a playmaker provide multiple narratives that maintain fan and media interest. Chicago's approach reflects a clear 3-year plan leading to 2027's free agency period. The 2025-26 season focuses on establishing team identity and exceeding modest expectations. Success means competitive games against playoff teams and visible improvement from young players. The 2026-27 season should demonstrate legitimate playoff potential and prove Chicago can develop talent effectively. This season establishes credibility with agents and players around the league. The 2027-28 season represents the potential championship window if Chicago successfully recruits a superstar to pair with their developed core. Kawamura's role in this timeline involves setting competitive standards and creating team culture that appeals to elite players. His impact on winning plays and team chemistry becomes part of Chicago's recruiting pitch. By 2027, the Bulls want recognition as a young, well-coached team with significant upside and financial flexibility to add elite talent. Chicago's strategy positions them advantageously against other teams pursuing 2027 free agents. While established franchises deal with aging cores and salary cap constraints, Chicago offers youth, development potential, and financial flexibility. Their core players will be entering their prime years rather than declining. The Bulls also provide a fresh start opportunity for superstars who want to build something new rather than join established systems. This appeals to players seeking to create their own legacy rather than joining existing championship teams. Kawamura exemplifies this approach, finding value in overlooked talent and maximizing potential through proper development and system fit. This organizational philosophy could appeal to superstars who want to join a franchise that identifies and develops talent effectively. Yuki Kawamura represents more than just an undersized point guard making an NBA roster. He's potentially the culture-setting piece that establishes Chicago as a legitimate destination for elite free agents. The Bulls are executing a clear strategy: develop young talent, establish winning culture, and position themselves for 2027's historic free agency class. This season isn't about championships. It's about proving Chicago is building something sustainable and attractive. The league's power structure could shift significantly based on how teams position themselves for 2027. Chicago's approach, anchored by players like Kawamura, who embody their developmental philosophy, could pay dividends when superstars make their decisions. What do you think about Chicago's long-term strategy? Can they create the culture and development track record needed to attract elite talent? Share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more analysis on how NBA franchises are positioning themselves for the future.